Hello friends, this is lesson number 57 in the series of British literature in English. In this lesson today we shall discuss Jew of Malta. For the last two videos we are discussing Christopher Marlowe. In the previous lesson we discussed the great masterpiece of his works, that is Tamburlaine, and today we discuss Jew of Malta. One thing quite noticing that William Shakespeare, he wrote a work, the name is Titus Andronicus, and that work is quite similar to the work Tamburlaine, and now we have Jew of Malta, and quite similar to this work we have a play written by Shakespeare, that is Merchant of Venice. You might have heard this name and may have gone through this work as well. So we can say that the Jew of Malta is the source for William Shakespeare to write Merchant of Venice. The full title for this work is The Famous Tragedy of Rich Jew of Malta. Actually, the Malta is the name of the island. And in the historic platform we see there was a conflict between Spain and Ottoman Empire to take hold of this island, that is Malta. And the backdrop of that struggle or that conflict, we see this story. So now let's start the plot. In the beginning of this play we see the appearance of a character, and the name of that character is Machiavel, and this character is based on the writer, that is Niccolo Machiavelli. Niccolo Machiavelli, that is an Italian writer. Now, what is significant about Niccolo Machiavelli? He is an Italian writer and wrote during the period of 12th century or so. And he wrote a work, and the name of that work is The Prince. And in that work he gave his opinion about a king. How can one become a good and effective king? According to him, the power should be the ultimate goal of any king, and one should go to any extent to achieve that power. And there should be no morality, no softness in the heart of the king. He should go for brutality, killing of the people to any extent he wants. Everything is justified if he is going for the power. He may murder the people, whether they are enemy or even the people of his own kingdom. All are justified. So that sort of a views he used to have. Niccolo Machiavelli, an Italian writer of 12th century. And that ghost appearing on the stage, he is saying that I count religion but a childish toy, and hold there is no sin but ignorance. So he is criticizing religion, that in our life if we do something wrong, that is not a sin, that is only ignorance. So in other words, he is somewhere allowing that one should go to any extent to commit any sort of crime that could be called as merely as ignorance. So the similar sort of thing we are going to see in this play as well. So lots of bloodshed will be there. In the beginning of the story we see Barabbas or Barabbas, and he is Jew. So Jew means the people from the religion Judaism. So in Hindi we can say as Yahudi. And in the opening of the play we see that he is counting his wealth and waiting for the arrival of his ships. So he has collected lots of wealth, coins, gold, everything. Yet he is so much in greed. And then he is told that the ships from the Turkey has arrived in the island, and Kalimat, he is the son of the emperor of Turkey. Name is Kalimat. One thing you should do, that you should take a pen and paper and write down the names of these characters, because you will see number of names appearing in this play. So the first character after Barabbas we have Kalimat. He is the son of the Turkey's emperors. And he is discussing the things or some matter with Farnese. Now who is Farnese? Farnese is the governor of Malta. So I told you that Malta is an island, and the forces from Spain and also from Turkey, the Ottoman Empire is in Turkey. So both these forces are there in struggle to take hold of this land. So Farnese and Kalimat, they are discussing something, and in between them the governor has called all the Jews to his office. Then it is told to all the Jews that the governor owes lots of money to the Turkey's emperor. Means there is lots of debt or the money given by the Turkey's emperor, and now it is the time to return that money or the wealth. So the governor is directly now asking the Jews that they should give the money to the state, so that the governor should return the money to the Turkey's emperor. So far we are introduced to three characters. Barabbas is the Jew of Malta, the titular character. Kalimat, Selim Kalimat, he is the prince from Ottoman Empire, from Turkey. And then we have Farnese, he is the governor of the state Malta. And then we see the disappearance of Farnese, as he is given the excuse by the governor that he needs some time to collect that sort of amount from the people. Only then he will be able to return that money. So after his departure, this is made as an announcement to the public that all the Jews should give half of their wealth to the state, so that the debt could be paid off. At this, Barabbas protests. He says that he will not give even a single penny to the governor. Now, seeing that sort of a reply from the Jew, Barabbas, the governor, Farnese, he gives the order that all his property, all the property of the Jew, Barabbas, should be confiscated. Means now the authority should take hold of that property. And his house will be converted into a convent for the nuns. Nuns means the Christian girls who are fully devoted to the religion. And now we come to know that Barabbas has already hidden all of his money in the house. Now he wants that he should smuggle that money out of the house. How? Because the authority has already taken the hold of his house. He has a daughter, and the name of the daughter is Abigail. He asked his daughter that she should pretend as a nun and should visit the house and then help him get that money. In between, we come to know that there is a son of the governor, and the name is Don Lodovic. And Barabbas is planning to murder him because he was in full of anger against the governor. He wants to take the revenge from him. So we have a son of his, that is Don Ludovic, and his friend is Don Matthias. And both these boys, they are rival in love because they love the daughter of that Jew. The name is Abigail. So the love interest of Don Ludovic and of Don Matthias is the girl Abigail. Now what Barabbas does, that he takes the help of his slave. The name of his slave is Ithamor. And through the help of his slave, he makes Don Ludovic and Don Matthias fight to get the hand of Abigail. Now as a result, both had a serious fight and both kill each other. And when Abigail came to know about these evil desires of her father, she became seriously upset, and she seriously took to Christianity and became a nun in the convent. And this step of his daughter really enrages him more. Now Barabbas is becoming more revengeful against the state. Here one thing is notable, that Christopher Marlowe has depicted the hatred in the minds of the Jews against the Christians. So now he is hating the Christian even more, as his own daughter, she has become a Christian. Now to take the revenge, what he does, he goes to the convent with the help of his slave Ithamor, and what they do there, they poison the food, and as a result of that, all the people in that nunnery, in that convent, all they died. Now Abigail, she was also dying. But before dying, she came to know this fact that it was all done by her father. And now what she does before dying, she approaches Giacomo. Who is Giacomo? Giacomo is the priest, the friar. and she tells him everything about her father's deed. So far we have seen several deaths. First, there was a fight between the son of the governor and his friend Don Matthias and Don Ludovic. And then we saw Barabbas killed everyone in the nunnery by poisoning the food. So now we see the priest Giacomo, to whom Abigail went before dying, and another priest, Barnardine. So we have two priests now, Giacomo and Barnardine. They are entering on the stage and they are talking to Barabbas. And they are asking him to repent for his crimes. On the other hand, Barabbas is saying that yes, he will repent for his crime and he will accept Christianity. And he says that he will give all his money to the priest who will let him join the Christianity. So now he is making a choice. So actually what he is doing, that he is now making these two priests fight with each other, because he has given this statement that he will give all his money to the priest, to one of them who will let him join the Christianity. So now their interest gets conflicted, and now with the help of his slave, remember the name Ithamar, with the help of him, what Barabbas does, that he kills Barnardine, the priest, and puts the blame on Giacomo. And later what we see, that slave Ithamar, being fully drunkard, meets Belamira. Who is Belamira? She is a mistress sort of a lady for the governor. Ithamar tells everything about Barabbas to Belamira, and later Belamira tells all these things to the governor, Farnese. And when Barabbas came to know about this fact, what he does, that he goes to the house of Belamira, disguising himself as a Frenchman, and then there he kills Belamira and Ithamar with a poison. And that is how we see the end of that subplot. So in this subplot we saw several characters. First the two friends, and then his daughter Abigail, and then we saw the two priests Giacomo and Barnardine. So all they died, and later he killed his own slave because of cheating him, Ithamar, and then the mistress to the governor, that is Belamira. So after doing all these murders, now Barabbas fakes his own death, and the people starts believing that Barabbas is dead now, and he goes on to meet Calimuth. Now try to recall who is Calimuth. Calimuth is the son of the emperor of Turkey. Why he is going there? Actually Barabbas is still not stopping, because he is fully enraged against the governor, Farnese. So now in meeting with Calimuth, he is advising him that he should attack Malta with his all forces, and later the same is done. Now what we see, Farnese is captured as a prisoner, and now Barabbas is the governor of that Malta. So till now we see Barabbas as victorious. He has defeated all of his enemies, but still he is fearing whether Calimuth would kill him, because there is again the conflict of the interest. As I told you that the Ottoman Empire, the Turkeys, they are going to capture Malta. As a result, he is fearing for his life. Then what he think? He goes to Farnese again. So now he is switching towards the Christians, and he is seeking some help from Farnese so that he could fight against Calimuth. And further, Barabbas agrees that he will give everything to Farnese, power, money, everything, but he should help him to defeat Calimuth. So to achieve his goal now, he sets a trap for Calimuth. He invites Calimuth to his house for a feast, and there it is revealed that Calimuth and Farnese both are together against Barabbas. So now as we see, Calimuth and Farnese, they join the hand, and now they kill Barabbas. They put him in the same pot in which Barabbas had planned that he would put Calimuth, in the same boiling pot. So finally Barabbas is dead. And that is how we see the story ends. Allegorically, if we see that the Christian means Farnese stands for the Christians and Kalimat stands for the Turkey. So both they are joining the hands against Barabbas, and he is a Jew. So this is allegorically presented. Then we had one question that Barabbas, the central character in this play, he is consumed by which evil quality, and that is greed. Barabbas is consumed by greed. So that is all for the Jew of Malta. We quickly revise because there are number of characters. Still I left out many of the characters. I thought that they are not so important. That is why I just presented the main plot line. In that main plot line we have a subplot. So how we started, in the beginning there is the arrival of Kalimat. He is from Turkey, and then we have the governor of Malta, Farnese. And as we know that Turkey has lots of money given to Malta in the past, so it is the time to recover the money, and for that governor is charging only the money on the Jews. He's asking them to pay the 50% of their wealth, but we have the Jew Barabbas. He is revolting against this. Then all of his money is confiscated, his property is taken over by the authority. Then he plans with his daughter to take the money back. And in between we have a subplot where we see the fight between the son of the governor and the another boy, Don Ludovic and Don Matthias. They fight and they both are killed. And then Abigail came to know about this fact that it is all done by her father. Then she too joined the nuns and became a Christian. And then to take the revenge, we see Barabbas goes to the convent and there he poisoned the food and everyone is killed. Then we see the minor incident of the two priests, Giacomo and Barnardine, and both again got in some fight because of Barabbas, and both get killed, and then Barabbas killed Belmira and Yatmor. So that is the subplot. And in the main plot again, he fakes his own death, and after that he joins the hand with Kalimat and becomes the governor. And later we see that Kalimat and Farnese both they join the hand, and then Barabbas is killed. And that is how we see the end of the story. So that's all we have for this lesson. Thanks a lot for watching this lesson and have a great day.